not a lot to talk about the Buffalo Bills this week, but Ken Dorsey came out, the new offensive coordinator. We got a chance to listen and see him. What do you think?
I mean, I like Ken Dorsey. I like the fact that this plan has been in place really for the last 3 seasons, right? Because for the last 2 years, the idea was Dable last year was going to get a head coaching job. Here it is. I think you'd be naive to think that Dorsey hasn't been groomed a ton the last year to step in this position. What's going to be interesting...
Actually had a year of grace, right? Because Dable was supposed to get a job the year before he did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you knew this was going to happen this year. Dorsey was your guy the whole way. What I'm interested in seeing, James Cook, the running back who was drafted, he's a guy that can catch out of the backfield, right? Like, he's supposed to be an improvement over Singletary and Moss. Was Cook taken because he was available? Or was Cook taken because that's what Dorsey wants to do when Dable didn't want to do it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like the offense is going to be similar. Josh Allen knows what he's doing. You're not going to change that up. Are those little tweaks going to put this offense over the edge? Or is it going to be something that could hamstring the offense until they figure it out for the first couple of weeks?
The press conference was amazing when I got out of it. Is it me or just Ken Dorsey looks like a math teacher or a science teacher?
That was my first impression.
And when I first
and a voice to match.
And you know what's crazy about it is like it better add up to some points. I mean, it better add up to that offense working. This is very interesting for Ken Dorsey, and I feel bad about him because for the next 2 to 3 months, we're going to be sort of wondering what this offense is going to look like. And I know you're going to be on pins and needles because you don't want to see regression. This is not the year for regression, neither is next year. This is the time for progression. So that being said, I sat there watching Ken Dorsey. I'm like, he seems pretty confident. He looks good, but we won't know until the first preseason game. We won't know until the first regular season game. We won't know until
the first playoff game.
The first playoff game, because that's what you're expecting from this Bills team.
You know, it's funny, you bring up Ken Dorsey kind of looking like a dork, right? Like you forget,
I didn't say that.
He
It's like a math teacher.
Yeah, all those cool math teachers hanging out at
They're all
nightclubs.
cool math teachers.
Okay, what is this? Anyway, you forget, I mean, that guy was a quarterback at the U with Willis McGahee and Kellen Winslow and all of the Santana Moss. Like, that guy had to be, he was the big man on campus, and he shows up now with his paper. I don't know what to do with my hands, he says in the press conference, right? Like,
a true statement, too.
Look, maybe I am being an overly optimistic Bills fan. I don't see this offense changing much at all. The only concern I have, there was word that there was tension between Dable and McDermott at the end of last season.
Yeah.
That McDermott wanted to control the ball more, run it a little bit more, where Dable just wanted to throw it around.
That was the same idea I had.
And look what happened.
I know.
Anywho, will McDermott's influence be enough to push Dorsey off of what his instincts are and what he thinks works best for this team? Dable was an NFL professional for years and years and years. You can push that off. This is Dorsey's first job. Will that have a negative effect if McDermott has different ideas than Dorsey does?
He's a rookie OC, and the bar is set awfully high.
To get to the Super Bowl, I know Duffy doesn't want to say it, but I'm
win the Super Bowl.
Well, you got to get there to win it, okay? Here's the first thing.
I just Googled it. He's right.
Yeah, I know I'm right again. So Parker doesn't check. But here's the other end of this too. I think that what makes this so interesting is I feel Duffy has made a leap. Before you would see an anxious guy, a nervous guy. You seem a lot more confident, which is great. I think you guys should go and win the Super Bowl this year.
It's a kid's first car. He's like, you're giving him a Lamborghini as his first car, putting him in it and telling him, go.
No, but along those lines, I don't want to hear from you anymore. Along those lines, Brian Dable was
He just said win the Super Bowl, and then I say
no, you have to win the Super Bowl.
Stop
You're going to win the Super Bowl.
Stop talking to me.
Look, Brian Dable was an unsuccessful offensive coordinator in the NFL until he had the tools of Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, all those things put ahead of him. You're right, he's a rookie offensive coordinator. It's like handing the kid a Ferrari, but that kid's going to win a race that has a Ferrari as opposed to the Chevy Corsica that I had when I was 17 years old.
You had to get that in.
Yeah, there you go.
Had a Corvair.